Hello, everybody. Today we're going to start our new project. The new project we're going to be working towards is designing and constructing a scale model bridge. Before we can get to that, though, we have to understand how engineers work. We're going to be going through and exploring the engineering design process as we build our bridge. And actually, that's going to be the focus of what we're trying to learn in this unit. First off, let's talk about what engineering is. Engineering is the practical application of math, science, and technology to solve problems in industry, business, and construction. Now, make sure you put this definition on the worksheet for this lesson. Before we go any further, let's talk about practical application and what that means. Practical application means making something real, making a usable item. We're not talking about just the theory or coming up with a good idea. We're talking about actually creating the object that's going to help people. To do this, we use math, science, and technology and knowledge in those fields to combine and create a solution for a problem. The problem might be in industry. It might be how to make a machine create parts faster or more accurately. It might be in construction, how we build a 10-story building and have it be environmentally friendly. It might be for business. A business might need a certain product that they would like to sell, and they need an engineer to help design that product or design how that product will be created. So that's what engineering is. It's practically applying knowledge. It's taking knowledge and making things that are real. There's different types of engineers. One is an architect. An architect's a person who designs buildings and structures. Their job is to understand how to create buildings so, number one, they're safe to be in, but also the space in the building will be usable for the intended purpose. If we all had classrooms that were half the size of normal because the engineer didn't know how to calculate how much space we need per pupil, the building wouldn't be usable when it's complete. So that's the job, to design a building that's usable. A mechanical engineer designs, builds, tests machines, engines, or other mechanical devices. Mechanical devices are all around us. Like your bicycle, even like a doorknob or a sewing machine. Those are all things that are mechanical devices. And a mechanical engineer would play a part in designing those machines to work correctly and do what they're supposed to do. Another type of engineer is a civil engineer. Civil engineers design roads and bridges, the things that make up our civilization. They also could be involved with designing certain elements of building to make sure the building is going to be structurally sound enough for its intended purpose. These engineers work on designing the way we travel from place to place and making sure those roads are built correctly so they'll last a long time and be safe for people to travel on. Or that bridges, whether they be new bridges being built or bridges that were built 100 years ago, are still safe for people to go over. Now, when engineers work, they work using what we call the engineering design process. Each engineer works through the steps in a very similar way, whether they be designing a building or a rocket ship or a new kind of toothpaste. They're going to follow very similar steps. Make sure you type these steps onto your worksheet as well. The first step is to define or clarify the problem. You want to be able to state exactly what the problem is, so when you're finished, you know if you've met your goals or not. The second step is to research and investigate the problem. Find out as much information you can about the problem, how the problem could possibly be solved, or if there's other ideas that have already been attempted and what have those ideas done well or done poorly. After we get done with the research, we generate alternative solutions, which basically means brainstorm, come up with lots of different ideas on how our solution could be solved and what would be workable. A lot of times engineers will make sketches during this stage to help them think through their different ideas. After we generated lots of different solutions, we're going to choose the best solution. Whatever solution we think is going to work the best for our problem will be the one we start to put into action. After that, we construct a model or a prototype to test out the bridge or the car or the rocket ship before we actually put people across it. We try to make it something that we can test beforehand. And after we test or construct the product model or prototype, we're going to test our results. We're going to see if the solution needs to be changed. Now, if our solution fails, that's okay. We would go back to the beginning and rethink our steps and possibly come up with a better solution from there. We would do this till we have a solution that we're happy with and we're satisfied with and will actually work for its intended purpose. Now, this is as far as we're going to go today. Make sure you fill out the worksheet that's with this lesson and look for future worksheets to come through as well. Thank you. Have a great day.